Hey, how you doing? What you're about to see is my final major project for Games Design Year 1. I'll go over how it works, the 3D models, the map, and the code. Enjoy!
I'll give you one last chance, Intelligence. Back away, and you can walk out of here alive.
I'll stop you right here, right now, Jade.
All bets are off, I suppose. Ego. Kill him.
Well, it appears to me that
Yeah, like it's not ready, kid.
I'll be frank with you, Jack. I was never going to leave. Make you step into my kingdom. Well, now that you're here, I will you up and move forward with my inevitable reign.
Let's try that again, shall we? Brilliant! So you may be thinking, who is Jest, who are Intelligence, and who is Ego? Well, there is kind of a story behind this whole project. It's pretty much me recycling my old characters that I made before I started my first year at college and using them in my FMP. The game is basically a massive 1v1 boss fight between two major characters, Agent Jest and his counterpart Ego. Jest gets a baton and a gun, while Ego gets a massive machete. How does that work then? But to make up for it, the minions for the villain faction she works for occasionally come in to help her. So it's not really a 1v1, it's pretty much one versus however people can help her. I think it's worth mentioning I made everything. The environment, the characters, and the weapons. Not the animations though, I just stole them from Mixamo and used them to put in my characters. Modelling and finishing a character was hard for me to even do. Over the months, I've tried to successfully make a character with the goal of making one Genshin Impact quality. When I successfully made one, though not being like Genshin, I finished a female character, even though it wasn't anything like it. So I just said, nah, screw it, and went on to make the protagonist and the minions that come. Animations. Just take the idle, walk, run, attack animations and get them into Unreal Engine and use animation blueprints and blend spaces to attach them to my character, so that when they're moving, the animation plays, and when they're not, the idle animation plays. The map had to be open and had to have stuff that you'd see in a casino normally. So I modelled some poker tables and some slot machines and some chairs to put around, along with some ammo crates and some health pickups for the player so that they can replenish. Now let's move on to the code. Surely it can't be anything that bad, right? Oh my god, there's so many nodes. How did I even manage to do this? On this plate of spaghetti nodes, I made the logic on how to make the gun and use your baton, alongside putting the widgets on the screen, like your ammo count and your health. In these blueprints, there do tend to be a lot of cast to nodes, where the blueprint can reference variables outside. Now, compared to my protagonist's code, there is less nodes in here, which is just the logic of following the player and receiving damage to deduct from their health. Ego and the minions literally just have the same code, only because it's a boss fight, Ego does have some more functions to her. You may have seen at the beginning of the demo that there was a standoff between Ego and Jest. I used something called a level sequencer and it let me use the cinematic camera actor so I can make my cutscene and do the camera angles. And also had an event that can fire off to play the cutscene. The level sequencer doesn't have to be used just for cutscenes, you can also use it to animate objects such as doors opening or just random shapes. Like as you can see here, I'm testing it out on these elevator doors opening. I also handmade a bunch of my own widgets as well by using custom images I made in Photoshop. Stuff like my health bar, Ego's health, my abilities, like as you can see here, the keybinds, and even the ammo count that I animated. So when you activate your gun, all the layers will move into place. And that's pretty much about everything I have to explain on here. All about my FMP. Listen, like, subscribe, do the bell thing, and yeah, goodbye.